How's it going, my dudes? Welcome back to another video. Let's take a look at the Datamine calendar because there is a new banner coming up showcasing Cypher, amongst other characters as well. So here we go, let's take a look at new faces pickup gacha. As you can see, there are 4 new characters. There is Cypher, there is Momia, there is Adonis, and Kate. So I'm going to go through each of these characters and whether or not I think you should be pulling on this banner. The banner is going to be dropping in just a couple of days, and the long story short, you don't need to pull on the banner. I'll explain a little bit more about why this is so, but let's take a look at the characters first. Okay, we are back at the code dump, and here is the Ice Witch Cypher. Attribute Water, Rarity 5 stars, Leader buff, Eternal Chill. While own HP is at or above 80%, Water characters attack plus 120%, and when a character's HP is at or below 80%, you heal that character for 20% for one time only. Pretty decent synergistic leader skill over here that works really well with the water theme, which is keeping HP up high. So I'm not going to comment whether she is useful as a leader or not because I do not really know if Golem EX is going to require you to have this extra layer of heals, but it's a really good start. Okay, so the skill Ice Coffin, use strong ice magic, deal water damage 12 times to the entire field without breaking weak points, inflict water resistance down debuff, and slow debuff for 20 seconds as well. It has a relatively high skill cost of 570, do take note of that. And ability number 1, all party members dealt damage to enemies with slow debuff increases by 10%. This is really good. So what you should know about debuffs is that it's extremely good for power flip teams. So power flip teams rely a lot on consistent DPS, and very much unlike skill damage builds where you just want to hit once and you can forget about the debuffs and the buffs on your characters. So for 20 whole seconds, this character is going to be really powerful for your power flip team. Moving on to ability number 2, while HP is at or above 80%, water characters attack plus 40%, very self-explanatory. Ability number 3, while a water character's HP is at or above 80%, that character's fire resistance plus 30% and attack plus 60%. This character is crazy. Well, okay, I wouldn't say that she's crazy like Lakisha, but she's certainly very good. All her abilities, all her skills, super good. So this is where water team starts to power creep a little bit, but I guess this is quite essential because Golem EX is gonna be quite tough. So this character alone is enough reason for you to pull on this banner. I think anyone should have Cypher as part of their water team. Okay, next we have Momia. He's a dark type character. Rarity 5 stars, leader buff, the spell Swords Ambition. Dark characters attack plus 40% and skill damage plus 40%. The skill Duas Migrator. Facing the nearest enemy, use magic swords to slash and use magic power to deal dark damage. To enemies around self, you do 22 times damage. Skill cost 520, that's okay. Ability number 1, own attack plus 20%, own skill damage plus 20%. Ability number 2, while allies have penetration buff, multi-hit 2 times, and you increase your direct damage by 20%. Ability number 3, while a dark character's HP is at or above 40%, that character's attack plus 35%. While a dark character's HP is at or below 60%, that character's skill damage plus 50%. So basically, if one of your units who is a dark type is at 50% HP, you're going to have a lot of attack and a lot of skill damage. So here's the thing, okay, so this character looks quite interesting because ability number 2 it looks good on its own, right? And ability number 3 looks pretty good for an enmity team as well. But I have a lot of questions for this unit because this unit doesn't really fit a theme in my opinion. It seems quite messy, to be honest. It's not really like a skill damage unit because 22 times damage to enemies around self, it's not a lot. I mean, yes, you could argue that maybe her attack stat is really thick, I guess. But as for now, in terms of combo-based dark teams, there is none. That might change in the future, but I can't see this being super OP or anything like that. What I can think of a way to use this character right now is to use her in an off-element type. So you can use her as a sub for a combo-based team. Like let's say you're running a Celti team, you can definitely use her ability 2 as a sub character to really push combos far and wide. Of course, this means that you can use her for power flip teams as well. So there is that. As long as you have a penetration buff, you'll be hitting twice. That's really good. But I'm not very keen on ability number 3 because if you're going to be talking about enmity teams, they're going to drop their HP down to 50% because of the skills that they use. So if you want your team to be consistent, you need your team to continue using the skills. But if they do so, they're going to break this 40 to 60% limit. And this ability number 3 is just going to be useless after one single skill. So I think if you really want to summon her, it's probably because of ability number 2 as some kind of combo support. Alright, moving on. Now we have Adonis. Attribute Thunder, Rarity 4 stars, leader buff, blah blah blah. Thunder characters attack plus 40% and breakdown Punisher plus 25%. It's okay. Skill, Orphanel. For a short while, deal lightning damage to enemies hit Grant self-attack buff plus 100% for 15 whole seconds and increase fever gauge. So kinda good like some aura type DPS unit. Decent skill cost. Ability number 1, while combo count is at or above 10, own attack plus 60%. This is okay. Ability number 2, own breakdown punisher plus 20%. This is nice. Ability number 3, during fever, you multi-hit and you increase the direct damage by 40%. So clearly this unit is supposed to be some kind of fever-based unit where you are supposed to down the boss a lot and do a lot of damage during that period of time. I can see this character doing a lot of damage, I guess. Pretty good if you want to build a Thunder Fever comp. And if you have X-Sushi or you have Christmas Oreo, you may be able to build a decent Thunder Fever team, but I'm sure none of you guys have that. Moving on. Okay, we have Kate, who is the final character in the banner. She is a Wind type rarity 3 stars. Leader buff, Wind characters breakdown punisher plus 30%. It's pretty good, but I don't think you're gonna use her as a leader. And her skill, handling her dagger, deal wind damage to struck enemies in front. 30 times damage. With a pretty low skill cost, 380, that's really nice. Ability number 1, own breakdown punisher plus 15%. Ability number 2, own breakdown punisher plus 15% as well. I'm actually not very sure whether this stacks additively or multiplicatively. I suspect it stacks diminishingly multiplicatively, if that makes any sense at all. But do not take my word for it. Ability number 3, own breakdown punisher plus 30%. Okay, so basically this character, you already know what the purpose of the character is. That's all this character is good for. But then again, there isn't really a strong Wind Fever team that can down the boss consistently. But that's not to say that you can't use her for a Light Fever team. But then again, her kit synergizes with herself. And that's not really what a Light Fever team is all about. Light Fever team is all about everyone doing consistent damage across the board. No one's actually doing more than the other. There is no main focus DPS. Kinda iffy on this character. So that's the 4 units explained. And my opinion is really simple. You really do not need to pull on this banner because these units are not limited. And to be honest, we don't really know whether Cypher is going to be a necessity. I'm talking about necessity here. She is definitely good, but I don't know for sure if she's a necessity. I would suggest everyone to wait till Golem EX is out and take your team to the test. And if you can reliably defeat Golem EX, then I feel that you may choose to avoid this banner because you're probably gonna get Cypher eventually, right? She doesn't go away, and basically the characters here have a lot more to be expected. These characters, they are generally not that great, but Cypher is just the only reason why this banner is good. And furthermore, you know, if you don't even care about Water Team, then there is very little reason for you to pull on this banner at all. So I would suggest you guys to just hold off, do Golem EX first, and then you decide whether you want to pull on this banner. Am I gonna pull on the banner? Obviously. I'm definitely gonna do whatever it takes to build a strong water team, and I'm really looking forward to including Lakeisha on my team as well, so I want everything water right now. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Do let me know down in the comments if you're going to summon or not. I'll probably not make a super big summon session like previously. I'm probably not going to drop a dime this time around. I'm just going to summon with whatever free currency that I have, and if I don't get Cypher, so be it. I'm not going to break my wallet just because of her. Furthermore, there are characters like Metis and Kikuno who is going to be in the following banner, who will be the start of Fire Multi-Ball and Thunder Fever meta. There you go. If you want to save your beats, you could probably wait till the next banner, but I will go through that banner in the future as well. So for now, just be chill. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Free to Play, by the way, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.